Community Dance Advocacy Award to you in recognition of your incredible contributions as a dance artist, as a dance educator, and a leader in our community. Everyone, please raise your glasses. To Wendy Cornish, a true champion for the art of dance in our community.
Hear, hear. Hear.
To Wendy.
Thank you. I'll see if I can read this without my glasses. If not, I'm going to have to dig in my bra to find where they are. I was lucky to get the job that brought me to the Department of Physical Education for Women at WMU in Kalamazoo in January of 1967, 50 years ago. I was given so many opportunities to be at the core of building the dance program, from a concentration in physical education to a major in a separate unit, first department of dance in the state of Michigan. And the chair at that time was Dr. Elizabeth Hetherington. And I was lucky enough to assist her and Clara Gamble, and the three of us kind of put this on the roadmap. And we eventually developed a Bachelor of Fine Arts as well as a Bachelor of Arts program with majors that dance students could take in a variety of directions, pursue different ideas in their careers. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am with how the department has grown so much. I've been gone now for 14 years, and you're going to see a really wonderful concert tonight because the students are so well trained and so well disciplined, and I think very smart. So I'm thrilled with what has happened to this department that I helped birth. I had opportunities to work with students in both dance and technical theater. I came into technical theater a little bit late because someone in the department had to do it. When I first came, we had concerts in Oakland Gym with a black curtain put around the gym and some follow spots, and a turntable with one of the teachers in the department, Tina Vart, had the steadiest hand, and she could drop the needle into the right spot of the record. And that was the technology we had when I came. And I was interested in making that improve. And so I said, well, you know, I'll learn something about this. And I started out by leaning on John Flegel, right here over at Miller Auditorium. I asked him a lot of questions, and he was very patient in answering me and helping me develop classes. And he'd come over and help teach with me, and I learned so much from him. And it became a career direction I never expected. I learned to really love lighting dance. And I was able to work with students in the theater department in that regard. And one of my favorite accomplishments, I think, is that I was able to introduce tech theaters, those behind the stage, never want to get on the stage people over there, to a performing art, and to introduce dancers who wanted to be on stage, to appreciate the people who work backstage. And I think I was able to do that for a lot of students. And I think that's my proudest accomplishment. I had the opportunity for creative work. I was able to choreograph for the department, choreograph, you know, I won't go into it because Megan mentioned them already. But also when I was department chair and not choreographing very much, I found creative opportunities in solving problems that administrators come up against all the time. And so that was special to me too. I had opportunities to collaborate with colleagues. For me, it began in the late 1960s, working on musicals with Bob Smith and Bill Apple. Later on, I greatly valued my work with Greg Rorick, Matt Knutson, who just left, and D. Terry Williams in theater, Ray Zupko in music, and Dwayne Lauder and Lou Rizzolo in art. Under the leadership of Dean Bob Luscombe in the 1980s into the 1990s, I consider these the golden years of collaboration at WMU. I had opportunities to work in the community, which Megan also indicated. I enjoyed those too. Most of all, I had opportunities to work with a wonderful group of colleagues, skilled, talented, passionate, hard workers, team players, family, no divas. Those who especially made my life as chair easier were Jane Boss, my administrative assistant without the title, my sidekick. Nina Nelson, eager to share in the department's vision. She came from Iowa. Eager to share the department's vision and so much to contribute to it, and much of what has happened in Partners in Dance is due to her. Jane began the program with Nancy Earle as first president here, and then Nina did a lot to develop programs like Dancing with the Stars, the Great Works Endowment, etc. Lindsay Thomas, who was an early recipient of this award posthumously. She absorbed everything she was taught and found a way to make it her own in the building of a very special jazz program. And Clara Gamble, who preceded me at WMU by 1.5 years. She was my role model from day one. We didn't always agree, but I knew her artistic integrity was infallible. When she received this award a few years ago, she said that she knew that I always loved her best. And I admit that's true. I think she has always been the heart of the department for everyone who was lucky enough to work with her. Lastly, opportunities to continue to help the dance department since my retirement. This has mainly, not solely, but mainly been through Partners in Dance. And I began that in 2004, and I stepped down just this past summer. To my PID colleagues, I miss it, but it was time for me to leave this year. Whenever I was stressed in my job, I was lucky to be able to walk across the hall and open the door to a dance studio and watch a class or a rehearsal. I could sit for a few minutes and just watch people who love dance moving beautifully. I love watching dance, and as I said earlier, I learned to love lighting dance as well. In all, 50 years of my life, my energies, my spirit, my heart on dance at WMU and in Kalamazoo, all I can do is smile. I've been blessed, and I thank you for this honor.